You're listening to Snippets from the Summit with your host, Scott McKay.
How's it going, gentlemen? This is Scott McKay from X and Y Communications coming at you again with another snippet from the summit as part of the Mountaintop Podcast. Today, I want to talk about what's really a very simple concept, but a lot of guys overlook it because it's in the form of a continuum. And sometimes when you don't piece it together immediately in your brain, it can get completely lost. What I'm talking about is that continuum between being connectable, being masculine, and being compatible. Those three factors, well, for lack of a better way to put it, kind of occur to women in that specific order. And on the other side of the coin, of course, a woman might occur to you as connectable first, then feminine, then compatible. So what do I mean by this? Well, first of all, connectability, as talked about in my program Invincible, is all about compiling those traits, those features as a human being that cause you to get along with other people. For example, we like people who are honest and not liars. We like people who are fun and not boring. We like people who are generous rather than selfish, etc., etc. And when we meet someone, the higher quality of a human being we are in terms of our likability factor to someone else comes through in how we socialize and how we relate to others. And this has everything to do with how successful we're going to be on our first dates or not. I think all of us have seen the commercial lately when watching football games where I think it's for Hyundai, where the woman's out on a first date with a guy and the first thing he says to her is, "Hey, you're a lot shorter than I thought." Then he starts showing her pictures of himself shirtless in front of barbells, then talks about how he's an air drumming champion or something, and she's already rolling her eyes. And then he says, "Hey, I forgot my wallet, so sugar mama," and he laughs. And the woman's already gotten her Hyundai to automatically present itself in front of where her table is so she can escape from this date in under 2 minutes. Interestingly enough, the guy's tall and he's handsome and is in good shape, and the woman still wants nothing to do with them. Why? Because he doesn't get it socially. He's not a connectable person. Everywhere this guy goes, he's going to run into social problems. But when we're a guy who's interesting and interested, and we know how to listen, and we know how to put a woman at ease, make her feel safe and comfortable, we're a lot more connectable at the baseline as a human being. Now, this transcends any level of sexual attraction just yet, because that level of connectability allows us, well, to succeed at being social. Now, that's where the second part of this continuum, being masculine and feminine, comes in, right? If you're masculine, what you're doing is you're influencing the feminine, which is its polar opposite, to be sexually attracted. Masculinity and femininity are polar opposites of each other. They are the catalysts of sexual attraction. They are the building blocks of sexual attraction, if you will. So assuming you and she are both connectable, then your masculine and feminine energy will ignite each other, and that will create attraction. So the third part of this continuum is compatibility. Do we vote the same? Do we go on vacation the same way? Are our thoughts on money similar? Do we pray to the same God? Are we going to be able to get along, right? Another major factor of that is, are we trustworthy? Can we be confident this other person has my best interests in mind and vice versa? Can we understand how the other person's mind works? Do we complete each other's sentences? Can we look in each other's eyes and both start laughing because we know what the other person's thinking? Or are we at a total loss to know what's going on inside her pretty little head? So you can see how this continuum works. First of all, there's connectability. Second of all, there's this masculine-feminine polarity. Then there's the compatibility. What does it all add up to? Well, if the two of you are connectable, you like each other. Connectable means I like you. Masculinity and femininity together conspire to make you want each other. Masculine makes her want you. Feminine makes you want her. And compatibility, well, that's what makes you want to keep each other. So to recap, connectable, like you. Masculine or feminine, want you. Compatible, keep you. It's all in perfect order. Gentlemen, when you keep those steps in mind, when you understand that continuum, hey, you have the best foundation for not only meeting women, but assuming you're attracted to her, being able to sustain those relationships with women for as long as you'd like. Want to talk about this or anything else? Scott@mountaintoppodcast.com. Be good out there.
As always, visit mountaintoppodcast.com for more.